Rain poured down in heavy sheets, blurring the lights of passing cars. Ethan Cole sat in his old pickup truck, gripping the steering wheel with tired hands. His gas gauge blinked red, empty. His wallet held just $2 crumpled. And sitting in the back seat, shivering beneath a thin blanket, was his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. He glanced at her sleeping face, her small hands clutching a worn-out teddy bear. It was all they had left. Ethan sighed, whispering to himself, "We'll make it through, baby girl, I promise." He didn't know that a single act of kindness that night, giving away those last $2, would set off a chain of events that would change his life forever. Scene 1: The struggles of a father. Ethan was a war veteran, once a proud soldier who had served his country with honor. But when he returned home, things were never the same. The medals didn't pay bills, the memories didn't fill plates. His wife had passed away from cancer 2 years earlier, leaving him alone to raise Lily. Since then, life had been a battle, not in deserts or jungles, but in grocery stores, gas stations, and endless job interviews that led nowhere. They lived in a small, run-down apartment. The heater barely worked. Every night, Ethan tucked Lily into bed with a smile, even when he hadn't eaten himself. He'd whisper, "Daddy's strong, Daddy's fine, sleep, my brave little soldier." But behind that smile was exhaustion, fear, and the silent pain of a man trying not to break. Scene 2: The encounter. That cold, rainy night, as Ethan drove home from a failed job interview, he noticed a biker stranded on the side of the road. The man was soaked, pushing his motorcycle with a flat tire. Ethan's first instinct was to keep driving. After all, he had Lily, no gas, and barely enough money to survive the night. But something in him, maybe the soldier, maybe the father, wouldn't let him pass. He pulled over, rolled down his window, and shouted, "Need a hand, brother?" The biker nodded, teeth chattering, ran out of gas a few miles back. "Station's closed, don't know what to do." Ethan thought of Lily in the back seat, sleeping peacefully. He thought of the $2 in his pocket, his last two. Without another word, he reached into his jacket, handed the money over, and said, "It's not much, but it might get you a coffee or a ride. Stay safe out there." The biker looked stunned. "Man, you sure? You look like you could use it more than me." Ethan smiled faintly. Kindness doesn't wait for the right time, it just does what it can. And then he drove off, gas tank nearly empty, unaware that someone had witnessed it all. Scene 3: The breaking point. The next morning, Ethan woke up to find his truck gone. It had been towed. He couldn't afford to pay the parking fine. He sat on the curb, head in his hands, holding Lily close as she asked, "Daddy, are we gonna be okay?" He wanted to say yes, but the truth was he didn't know anymore. The world felt cold, and hope felt far away. That afternoon, he walked miles to the Veterans Center looking for help. They offered him food, a small voucher, and told him to keep trying. As he left, he saw a group of bikers gathering outside the building. The sound of engines roared, one after another. Then the man from last night stepped forward, his leather jacket soaked with mist. His eyes filled with something Ethan didn't understand. Scene 4: The unexpected reunion. "Hey," the biker shouted, "you remember me?" Ethan blinked in surprise. "Yeah, you're the guy from the road." The biker grinned. "Name, Jake Ryder. I couldn't stop thinking about what you did. I told my brothers and they told theirs. Now, well, you better come with me." Ethan hesitated. I really don't have time, my daughter." Jake pointed behind him. "Bring her, this is for both of you." Confused but curious, Ethan followed the group down the street. When they turned the corner, his breath caught in his throat. Nearly 200 bikers stood there, engines rumbling, flags waving in the wind. They surrounded a small lot where a shiny pickup truck stood, brand new. Its back filled with boxes of groceries, clothes, toys, and gas cards. Jake handed him a key. That $2 meant everything, man. You gave when you had nothing. Now it's our turn. Scene 5, the moment that changed everything. Ethan stood speechless, his knees buckled as he whispered, why me?" Jake smiled softly. "Because kindness spreads, brother. You didn't just help me that night. You reminded us all that good still exists." The bikers cheered, some wiping away tears. They lifted Lily up, handing her a pink helmet and a tiny leather jacket. One of them said, "You're part of the family now, little soldier." Lily laughed for the first time in months, a sound Ethan thought he'd never hear again. That night, they all shared dinner together under the stars. Stories were told, laughter echoed, and for the first time in years, Ethan didn't feel like a man who'd lost everything. He felt like a man who had found his tribe. Scene 6, a new beginning. Over the next few weeks, the biker community helped Ethan get back on his feet. They raised funds for his rent, helped him find a job at a local repair shop, and even fixed up his old truck. Jake visited often, saying, "You helped me believe in people again. Now let's make sure nobody else feels alone." Ethan started volunteering at the Veteran Center, sharing his story with others. He became a beacon of hope for struggling fathers, veterans, and families. The man who once gave away his last $2 now helped raise thousands for charity and food drives, often showing up with a convoy of bikers behind him. Ending scene, the message of kindness. One evening, Ethan tucked Lily into bed. She looked up at him and asked, "Daddy, do you think Mommy saw what we did today?" He smiled, eyes glistening. "I think she's proud of us, because we never stopped being kind." He turned off the light, sat by the window, and watched the headlights of passing motorcycles fade into the distance, each one carrying a piece of his story. Sometimes it only takes a small act, a coin, a hand, a word, to change the entire course of a life. And for Ethan, those $2 became a lifetime of kindness repaid. Final narration for YouTube ending. If this story touched your heart, please don't forget to leave a comment below and share what kindness means to you. Speech balloon. Hit the like button, share this video to inspire others, and subscribe to our channel Kindness Quest.